Hello again, Hughes News Gaming here. Back at it again from my toilet. Why are we at my toilet? Because I want to talk about a driver's career who deserved a lot more than what he got. His name is Landon Cassill. Landon Cassill was a young development driver for Hendrick Motorsports, and he drove the 5 Lowe's car for a couple of races that are part-time when he got his big break. Obviously, Hendrick wasn't patient enough because not all young drivers are the same. Eventually, Hendrick grew tired of him and it was released. Then he started driving for truck teams like Randy Ross Motorsports and all these underfunded teams just to get his way back up to the Cup Series. And even when he got back to the Cup Series, this is what my grief is with the Landon Cassill situation. When Mike Hillman hired him, he was consistently outperforming what that 40 car had. When he went to front row, he was doing really good. Really good. And you go through Landon's rides, he's always been unceremoniously kicked out or the team's closed. He hasn't had the best backing for himself, but he's a good, talented race car driver because the whole we need him good by 20 situation, like, he was hurt by a boom of young talent in the 2005 to 2011 range. And he actually came and developed to be one of the most talented drivers in the series now. But he stuck to a back ride. And then recently, well, I can't say recently, last year he started to drive for Starcom. And he's been putting great results for Starcom, considering that's Derek Cope's team. And you can't imagine that it's good or even better than front row. It's probably worse, unfortunately. Even though Front Row Motorsports Starcom has one sexy paint scheme. I have to give it that. As I see Landon Cassill still in Starcom equipment, and I see guys like Daniel Suarez driving for Haas, I see guys like Bubba Wallace driving for, Petty, and you wonder, as far as the sport goes, where's the line to where we put undeveloped drivers in the Cup Series, but we won't put in someone who, quote-unquote, messed up once but came back and was running great for midfield teams. Back marker teams running in the midfield. I mean, you got to give props to Starcom. You got to give props to Landon Cassill. But I would love to see him get a top ride somehow. He deserves it over Daniel Suarez. He deserves it over Bubba. Only because Bubba didn't get the experience he needed because route closed. That isn't his fault. Like, at the same time, I feel like Landon's career was simply on the pooper. And unfortunately, I don't think he'll ever get a top ride, even though he deserves it. Now, this is the summary of the unfortunate case of Landon Cassill.